Hi everybody, this is Irene, a lifestyle over 60, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why it's so hard to get rid of clothes. And I'm talking about clothes that we no longer wear, clothes that don't fit, clothes that aren't comfortable, clothes that we really want to get rid of but seem to not be able to. I'm going to take you through some examples and talk to you about how to conquer it. Coming right up. So, hi, if you're new, welcome to the party. I'm trying to create a community of people who are, over 60 and want to remain vibrant and visible. So, welcome. Today, I'm going to go through some examples from my own life of what it's like to get rid of clothing we're attached to, emotionally attached to, and give you some tips for how you can get past that so that you can have what my goal is. I don't know if you'll have the same goal, but my goal is to have everything in my closet, everything that I wear, fit me, feel great, and look great. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I'm going to help you with that. One of the things that I found for myself was that when I thought about cleaning out my closet, it meant the whole thing, the entire thing. And when I say closet, I mean your drawers, I mean cupboards, wherever you keep your clothes, not just what's hanging, but your shoes, your bags, your accessories. I was thinking that I had to go through everything and just do it all at one time. That thought stopped me from doing it at all. So one of the things that I recommend, if you're really feeling like you're ready to get rid of some clothing and things, is to break it down into categories. I actually started out with my scarves, and the reason being is that I have this butterfly scarf holder that hangs on the door in the bedroom, and it was getting so full of heavy scarves that the door was kind of sticking out from the wall. You couldn't really fully open the door because the scarves were, So I started with my scarves. So when it comes to going through any category of clothing that you have, what Marie Kondo recommends, and Marie Kondo is kind of the queen of decluttering, that you just take whatever that category is and throw all of it on the bed, or throw it anywhere where it's in a pile of all of those things. So I did that with my scarves. I took all of them off my little butterfly holder and threw them on the dining room table, and decided that the heavier scarves, and I had quite a few of those, were much better all folded and put into a cupboard. And then I could keep my sort of lighter weight scarves on the butterfly holder on the door, and the door wouldn't be so full, and all of my scarves would be happier. So I sort of decluttered my scarves. I got rid of a couple of my scarves, but for the most part, it was just a matter of sort of recategorizing them and then replacing them so that they were better stored. So I started with scarves because I found them to be kind of easy to do. I didn't really have to try them on. And then I moved to jeans. So let's talk about jeans for a few minutes, if you don't mind. All right, so jeans. I love a good pair of jeans. I've only ever worn jeans for most of my life. Once we were in high school, we were allowed to wear jeans to school, and that's pretty much all I've worn, when I can. If I can't wear a blue jean, I'll wear a black jean, until the pandemic, when I gained like 4 pounds, which I still have on me, and my jeans were just feeling uncomfortable. I was feeling like, I was used to wearing sweats or really loose things around the house. And because we were at the beginning of the pandemic, we weren't leaving the house, I got used to being comfortable. So that when I went to put jeans back on, it just felt awful, really uncomfortable. And so really for the last, I want to say 4 years, I have avoided cleaning out my closet, knowing that when it came to my jeans, I was going to need to try them on and kind of, face the music, or do what I need to do to lose 4 or 5 pounds. And I'm just not up for that right now. So I decided, you know what, I'll use you guys as the impetus and take you through my process of getting rid of something I'm attached to. So like I said, after the scarves, I went to my jeans, and I did this because I only have 4 pair of jeans. So not too big of a task, right? So I'm going to talk to you about this pair of skinny jeans that I bought, that I have loved for many, many years, that I'm attached to. I'm emotionally attached to this fabric. I'll tell you why. So these are, no, these are my skinny jeans. See, I don't even know who I'm attached to. So these are my skinny jeans, and I'm attached to them, DL1961. They're stretchy, and I'm going to show you all the places that I've worn them and why I'm attached to them now. Sometimes you get attached to things because they have a story that goes with them. In the case of these skinny jeans, I remember buying them, and my husband does too, and he remembers the story. We used to like to go down to Fashion Island, which is in Orange County, Newport Beach, and it's beautiful. It's a huge outdoor shopping mall, and we used to just like to go all the way down there and spend the day and hang out and shop and, just enjoy Newport. And so one of the trips that we were on there, I was in the market for jeans, and so I think it was Bloomingdale's. This part's a little cloudy, long time ago now. I think it was Bloomingdale's, and we went to the jean section, and there was the jean lady whose whole job it was to help you find jeans, and there was no one else there. And so it was like having my own personal jean stylist, so she's like, all right, you go in the dressing room, what size do you wear? And she's looking at my body, and what do you want? And I told her sort of what I thought I wanted. She bought me 2 or 3 different types, and these were one of them, and they were perfect. They were just perfect. I put them on and I'm like, oh my God, they're actually comfortable, and they looked good, and they fit, and I could sit down in them, and they were pretty stretchy without being too stretchy or bagging out. And I'm like, all right, hallelujah, good pair of jeans. So I bought them. And I want to say that was maybe 15 years ago, a really long time ago. And now I can show you all the different times I've worn them, and I'm showing you different memories. This was with a friend of mine who worked at 20th Century Fox, and we just had lunch at the commissary at 20th Century Fox. It was a really fun day. I had them on then. This is when my dog, Harley, was a puppy. He was to the point I could still hold him like that. He's 40-something pounds. I can't do it anymore. But so I remember him being a puppy, and we were in Beverly Hills that day, right? So the memory of that comes up. That's a really good memory. This is my husband and I. We're at a friend's gig on the Sunset Strip, and here's some of my friends. That's Kenny Toy. He was the drummer, and the gig was the Motorcycle Boy. He's in that band. So we were kind of backstage. And I wore them then. And so what happens with clothing is that as you wear it to different things, especially if whatever that thing was a good thing, you kind of get it. You feel like the clothing was part of that experience, what you wore. And so somehow you think that if you get rid of the piece of clothing, it's going to somehow erase the experiences, or you won't remember them, or somehow it's going to lessen them. But it really won't. It really won't lessen, or you won't forget these experiences. And especially if you have photographs of yourself in this article of clothing you're attached to, you have the photographs. You don't really need this sitting anywhere in your house if you're not going to wear it anymore. So the thought of trying my jeans on made me want to clean the house. And I don't like to clean. So I just like people that want to just put their toe in the water if they're going to go swimming and get used to it really quick, slowly, take your time. This is kind of like, all right, well, just do it. You're never going to want to. You're never going to feel like it. It's just take a deep breath and jump in. So that's what I did. So I'll tell you the process that I found worked best. And that was put the thing on, sit down in it. No matter if it's a dress or a skirt or whatever, sit down and move around and bend over and all that the stuff that you would do during a day if you were actually wearing this garment. Do those things and see how it feels. And don't even look at it. Just start with your comfort scale, right? Someone said, if it isn't comfortable, it isn't luxury. And I like that. I agree with that, right? So comfort first. Put it on. If it isn't comfortable, it has to go. No matter how much you love it, especially if you haven't worn it in a long time, it doesn't fit anymore, it has to go. So I put on my skinny jeans and they fit still, but they were not comfortable. They were binding so bad in the calves that I thought, can you die from skinny jeans? I don't know, but if they can, yeah, they felt like a tourniquet around my calves. And I was like, you know what? Unless I'm going to lose a lot of weight, I don't really think I will at this point, then I'm not going to wear them. I had to say goodbye. So a couple of things that might help you with the actual goodbye is, depending on the item, like these jeans can be resold for sure. I don't want to sell them myself, but I will donate them. I donate to Goodwill, and they will sell them and use the proceeds for charity. And so these sitting in my closet are taking up space. Not only are they taking up space, but they make me feel guilty all the time. You know, I put these in a cupboard, I fold them, I put them in the linen closet, so I open the closet and they're there. And they're talking to me all the time and they're like, why aren't you wearing it? Why aren't you trying us on? You know how much we cost? That's the other thing, You know how much we cost? They talk, pants. So if those pants leave your property, they won't talk to you anymore. They won't take up space. They won't make you feel guilty. You will forget about them. I promise that you will, if you just let them go. If you think of all those things, it's a lot easier to say goodbye. So help me now when we say goodbye to my DL 1961 skinny jeans. Here's another thing that happens that I think we have to just kind of admit failure and move on when it does. And that is when you buy something by mistake because you didn't really know there would be a wearability issue with it. And what I mean is, for example, these black jeans, I bought them from Chico's. I got them online and didn't try them on, but I just went by the reviews, and I got them and I put them on and they fit me. But they're a little bit stiff, okay? They do stretch, but they're just a little bit stiff. And the waistband is elastic even, so you would think, oh, that's going to be really comfortable. But they're just not. They're just not. And I'm not wearing them. And they're brand new jeans that I have never worn. So you think, wow, I spent this money, and so you keep it around, but you still don't wear it. And once again, someone else could enjoy them. They're brand new jeans. So I'm gonna donate them to Goodwill. They won't take up space in my house and make me feel badly that I spent money on something that I never used. So say goodbye. Bye, Chico's jeans. So full disclosure, when it comes to me cleaning out my closet, that's as far as I got. I've only done the jeans so far, but I will tell you a few tips that I picked up from a stylist along the way about how to do it. So I'm going to be doing the rest of it coming up. And I was very lucky. This is back quite a few years. I was writing for a magazine, a health and fitness magazine, and I came across this woman. She was an image consultant. She had her own image academy, and the image of her name is Barbara Lane. Barbara, if you see this, hi, I hope you're well. She's beautiful, just gorgeous, and everything was so perfectly put together. Her outfit, her accessories, her hair, which she just was like, I wanted that, And I've always kind of felt dorky when it comes to my image. Like, I don't know how to put things together. I mean, it's not really true, but I've just always felt like that, So I wanted that. And I thought, you know what? If I do an article about it, maybe she'll do it for free. She was expensive. And I can exchange, the publicity for that. And then, yes, in fact, she did. So she got an article out of it, and they did a whole segment on the news, evening news, about my makeover. So I'll give you a few of the tips that she gave me. So Barbara came to my house, and we went in the closet, and we went through every item of clothing. I didn't try them on. We just, held them up. And we separated into 3 piles, and those were the wearables, repairables, and discards. Wearables, repairables, and discards. And she helped me with the discards. I remember I bought this oversized chartreuse sweater from Victoria's Secret back in the day when we used to shop from the Victoria's Secret catalog for clothes, remember? And it was beautiful on the model. They had the most gorgeous models then too, didn't they? It was gorgeous on the model. I was like, oh, that'll look good on me. And so, not knowing my colors, Barbara Lane helped me with my colors too. Not knowing that then, I ordered it and it came, and it was one of those I didn't want to admit defeat and return it and go through all of that. So I was like, I'll wear it. I never did. And so I hold it up for Barbara to see. And she says, I see no use for that. She hated it. So I got rid of it. And, she was very helpful in that way. So what you do when you feel like it, and I recommend that you start in categories, is like, let's just say you take all your skirts. Start with the easiest. For me, it was the scarves. Throw them all on the bed. And then just hold them up one by one and like, do I wear it? Do I like it? Do I think it's comfortable? You might need to try things on. What I did with my pants when I got to my pants is I just tried everything on and I filmed it, which was not a real comfortable thing to do, but it's so valuable to film yourself. If you ever have, I recommend it. If you're trying things on and you don't really know how they look, it can be very helpful. So I did that. I tried on all my pants and I filmed it, and a lot of them are leaving the property now. Yeah, it feels kind of good, to be honest with you, to think about letting go of some things that are just literally sitting around taking up space. One of the minimalists on YouTube that I sometimes watch said to think of it like this, and that is that everything you own costs you something. Even a piece of clothing, it costs you space. And in the case of clothing that you no longer wear, there's also the guilt factor. So it's costing you space. If it's something that doesn't fit anymore, but you're hoping to refit into, it's making you feel badly. This inanimate object is making you feel badly. It's like, you don't need that in your house. If you get thin again, you can always buy something new or wear baggy clothes. It's just not worth the constant nagging and guilt you can feel from a piece of clothing that's taking up space that doesn't work for you anymore. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful to you. And if it was, please like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, do you have trouble letting go of clothing that you no longer wear? Let us know, and let us know if you don't. How do you do it? What is it that helps you to say goodbye to things that don't work anymore? And that's it for today. Take care and come see me again soon.